Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will put it away to start the game. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need to win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
Looking down the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. How about this? Get the INT and take it back to the house. Way to set the tone for this defense early.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Bradley. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
They'll run it from the gun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. The option look. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce. The offense pounces back on it.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. 2nd and long coming up. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. And they get him down.
It's so important for an offense in the passing game to change the launch point of the quarterback. You can't consistently be 5 or 7 yards behind the center throwing the football. Move the pocket, get him outside, buy him some time so he can see the field, and then show you what he can do with that arm talent.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the 1st quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the catch. It's Porter. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Quarterback may change this route. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers.
There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wideout trying to get it in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal.
The offense trying to throw it there quick.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He leaves it with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, and at some point you're going to have to change your thought process.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
To the air on 2nd down. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the 1st quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his 2nd right there.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Catch in the middle, it's Shelton. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. How about he smashes his way through again? And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football.
That's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here's the handoff. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Hard running there.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Russell. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so Dave...
Oh, he found a space on the right. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
30-30. Set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now this offense will take the field again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Got a man. It's Baker. On the move at the 30. Here he goes. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
This This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. Now improvising. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Hill. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to run for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
They're going to ride this running back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's a heat. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, and turnover on downs.
Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be...
Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone, right at the 20.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looking for room. It's Davidson. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with it.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quarterback keeper. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they've gotten it right on the doorstep. Couldn't get it in via the air last time. Here's 3rd down. Trying to surge it in. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. 4th and goal from the 4. Let's it fly. Touchdown, TCU. Fit it in the window for the score.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. looking to pass. It's Russell. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Ball security is so important. Turnovers lose you games, and this guy has put his team in some tough spots. He fumbled last week. He's fumbled again today.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quarterback making adjustments. Nice move to keep running. Oh, it's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Oh, man, and for the defense, you're just like, dang it. If that would have just stayed in bounds for a second longer, we could have got the ball, maybe made some momentum, something happened. But the offense definitely dodged a bullet on that one.
The Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Holds and fires complete to the right. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. At midfield, he's got room. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right. makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Making side adjustments here. On the move, it's Davidson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Here we go. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Here we go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Shelton. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll pull it down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get 1st downs.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. The lone back's got it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver to the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Right back to the well. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Dropping back, it's Russell. The sweet feet buy a little time. Pass is broken up. It's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Bust through behind his pad. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU!
pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On the run, deep down the right side. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. All wideouts, no backs. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
And the Rebels line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
Man, when you're in plus territory on 4th and 1, I don't think the quarterback was ever thinking about coming off the field.
I wouldn't be surprised if the QB convinced the coach to go ahead and do it from the way it looked.
100%. That's coach. We got this. Absolutely. We want more points. We got to go for it. I believe in my guys. The players always try to go for it.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
halfway there on first down and 2nd and 5. Looking for space. It's Hill. Gives him the big stiff arm. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And the Rebels back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the air on first down. Punts it out of the air. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Sends it back in motion. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to throw, it's Russell. Grabbed behind the line, it's Davidson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout.
The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Look out, he's got room. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davidson. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. This is what an